Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. I'm your girl, Pilar Lastra. We've got D-Mac in the house, along with some Tom Mazawey in the house. Fish is in the fishbowl. Eazy D behind the glass, and our man Luke manning all of our social media. Make sure you are hitting us up at Woodward Sports across the board, and you can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. Well, my friends, we got through day one of the NFL draft. Can I get a
hell yeah?
Yes.
Hell yeah, you can.
Yes,
you
for
can.
the Detroit Lions.
Got our guy, Penei. We got our guy.
Doing our, yes,
If you
doing
remember.
it right, getting our guy. Tom Mazawey, are you okay with this?
Yeah, it's fine. He's a good player. He's a terrific player. We were a B plus. Now we're an A on the offensive line.
I feel like it's far
If that's
as
what
the
makes everyone
offensive
happy, going from a B plus to an A, then we did good.
Maz, give us your
Maz,
real
go back to
reaction.
New York. Hey, listen,
I'm just
Maz was the most miserable person. Yet we're all
give us
having
your real
fun,
reaction,
hooting and
Maz.
hollering, and Maz is crying in his soup.
I'm not crying. He's a great player.
No, not because of that.
Could have got
Because you're all
Rashawn Slater
Giants
later and got the
Jets.
pick. They were too greedy. They
Get
asked for too
outta
much.
Go. Hey, you know what?
No, I mean it.
Stick your, give it to me now. Out the window. This is the 3-year
Listen, you were
plan.
mean to me all night last night.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you
that's
deserved
terrible.
it. You
Why?
Were, because he was pouting.
He was a mean son of a bitch last night.
Pouting.
At the Del Mar, by the way. We
Yes,
had a
at the
great
Del Mar
time.
downtown,
Thanks
great
for
time.
coming.
Why are you bringing his mom into that?
Okay, then he's a son of a gun.
Okay, that's better.
No, I just kept
So-
it accountable, Pilar. You could see, and Maz didn't like the way that it
You
played
didn't
out.
keep
'cause it
me
didn't play
accountable.
out.
You put your opinion over mine. That doesn't make me accountable.
You were
Your
whining
opinion
about the
your
Giants,
opinion is
the
no
Jets,
better
you
than
got
mine.
screwed.
Your opinion is no better than mine.
No, it isn't,
We're
but
two
the
just
fact-
amateur fans that watch the game.
The fact is that we're out of the doldrums. You wanted us to continue. You want it right now.
We
you
were a
wanna
B
win
plus.
tomorrow.
Now we're an A on the
And
line.
what's
I
wrong
think
with
we win.
A's? I don't
Right.
know. Is there a problem
Yeah.
with A's?
There's
You
not
got
a
to
problem
start
with A's.
somewhere.
When you have,
you're
like-
the 32nd team,
When you have-
the only way is up. You make your offensive lineman an A. Yes, if you
It
can
was a
get
B
any
plus.
line, A or B.
If my kid brought home a B plus, I'd be proud of her. If she brought home an A, I'd still be proud of her.
But wouldn't you be just a little bit more proud, and you would say,
Yeah,
this is what
but
you
you know
want
what,
to strive
honey? You
for?
needed, instead of a C and a D there, you could have went up to a B.
Holy
but you don't
cow,
have enough
did they
picks.
pick one person? Did they nail
So-
the first pick? Now we have the second and third rounds before on Monday when you're allowed to be down on them. But I don't understand. It's
Well,
how
second and third
you
are
and
tonight.
you and Carlos, whoever.
No,
on
I'm not
the
Monterez.
D.
I'm not Monterez. I'm not Jess Seidel either. I'm not them. They said it's a bad pick. I say it was a fine pick.
But how can you be mad? But you also said it's an A. It makes them an A.
Explain-
Isn't that what you want?
Mac.
How many A lines are in the league?
Mac, the Giants and the Cowboys were able to trade down because they didn't have their player there. The Lions had their player that they wanted.
Yes.
They didn't
Right.
trade down. They easily could have traded down and gotten a couple of picks. They probably asked for the moon. They didn't get it, so they're like, great, we'll just take this great player. But they could have had a couple extra picks. Today they only have 2 picks. One in each round.
So far.
Yeah, so far.
We have 3.
No, they have 2.
Well, we got the Rams. The Rams third round pick too.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
We had the Rams third round pick this year.
I think that they're going to be okay, Maz. I think that I understand, and I because you were really wanting
I wanted to trade
something
down.
different, right?
I just wanted to trade down and get more
you
picks.
You wanted to trade down. You wanted to go for a defensive player.
Well,
later
not
in the
early.
round.
Not
No,
early.
later
Yeah.
though. That's what you wanted. So I understand your point of view, but I really do feel that by us drafting Penei Sewell, that we go from a good offensive line to a really, really good offensive line. And I don't know. I feel like
Here's the
this is
thing.
not a bad
If
thing.
you-
This is what
I didn't
we
say it was a
needed.
bad thing.
If you look
I
at
said
the-
it was an easy thing. They
If
just
you
took the
look
easy
at
way
the
out.
line, the oldest guy's 26. This Sewell's 20 years old. You have the ability to put this line together for 3 or 4 years when you can be competitive. I think that's exactly where you want to start when you're building foundation instead of not knowing.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
All right, guys, let us know your thoughts on social media. If this opening segment has not set the tone of feistiness for our show here on The Hook, I don't know what else could. I mean, I feel like both of you guys came in pretty
Imagine
hot
if we were
today.
Green Bay fans.
Oh,
Hey,
my
imagine if we
goodness.
were dealing
We're
with
going to get
Aaron
to all
Rodgers.
that.
I wish I was a
saga.
Green Bay fan. They're in the NFC Championship almost every year. So, whatever the hell
Wait,
they're
you
doing,
know what?
it
We're going to
works.
get there.
It
Let me
works.
tell you something. If they get rid of Aaron Rodgers, if they deal him, it sounds like he's going to end up going to Denver. If they deal him and he is no longer in our division, things are really looking up for the Lions. Really looking up for the Lions.
Unless
So,
the guy behind him might be better. You never know.
right? You never know what Love is going to really be able to produce. But, I mean, there's a lot to still play out here. So let us know your thoughts. How did you think that the Lions did with their first-round pick at number 7, taking Penei Sewell at Woodward Sports across the board? You can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. All right, Maz, let's get to your sports
Alrighty.
update.
Brought to you by mybookie.ag. Don't forget, when you go online and go to MyBookie, use that promo code Woodward and get your free deposit. They will match it up to $1,000 when you put some money in at MyBookie. Lions get their man, Oregon, Penei Sewell, the 7th pick in last night's NFL draft. Sewell, the 3rd number 1 pick now to join that Lions O-line. They've got 3 picks tonight. No, I said 3. I said 2 earlier. 3 picks tonight. Number 9 in round 2, that's 41. And then number 8, that's at 72. And number 38 in the 3rd round, that's at 101. Rounds 2 and 3 of the draft starts tonight, of course, at 7 o'clock. Tigers, man, they need a draft. They need complete. They're going to wash them away and start over again, except for the starting pitcher. They got swept by the White Sox yesterday, a doubleheader, 3-1 in the first, 11-zip in the nightcap. They've lost 12 of 14, dead last in the major leagues. At 8-18, they start a 3-game set with the Yankees tonight in the Bronx. Tarek Skubal and Garrett Cole, the matchup. They got to face Garrett Cole tonight. Over-under on hits, 5. Pistons lose again in Dallas, 115-105. They play in Charlotte tomorrow, 9 games to go. The draft lottery, June 22nd. Keep on losing, folks. Keep on losing. Wings lose 3-1 in Carolina last night. But, Mac, they beat the top-ranked Canes 4 times this year. That's the most that Carolina's lost to one team this year.
I was looking at the schedule earlier on in the year because of the realigned divisions, and the Detroit was, for the teams that they'd finished with, were 2-6. The Dallases, the Chicago, stuff like this. Carolina's got a team that could go to the finals, and they played 4-4. So take it for what it is.
Well,
but
4 out of
progress.
17 wins were against Carolina.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, hey, you're making progress. They're a tough team to play, and that's the sort of style, the Carolina style, is what Detroit has to progress into.
And guess what? They get to play Tampa Bay 2 more times this weekend,
I'll be there tomorrow.
And Sunday. Just 4 games to go in the regular season. You're going to be there tomorrow?
I
you
will
said?
be there
That's
tomorrow.
right. It's an early game.
3
I'm trying to
o'clock.
convince you to meet me at Northville Downs for the Derby.
I thought you were watching Derby at home.
Well, Chad and Steve,
heading over to Northville.
they're heading over to Northville.
Well, let's meet up over there. I'll meet you over there
All
for
right.
the Derby.
Come on over.
There
Meet
it
us
is.
down
Come
in
meet us at
Northville
Northville
Downs.
Downs.
Come meet us. The 147th Kentucky Derby. 23-year-old Colts going to the post. Essential quality with post number 14. Still the top choice. Second choice is Rock Your World right next to him at number 15. Then Known Agenda. That's going to be my pick. He's out of the 1 hole, but I think he's going to overcome it. And then Hot Rod Charlie is who?
That's the
D-Mac
9.
likes.
Ooh, he went down to 8-1.
8
He was
to
9-1
1.
to start.
Today, it's Ladies' Day at Churchill Down. They call it the Kentucky Oaks Day. 14 3-year-old fillies. Look at that. See, they even have it in pink for you. Pilar, pick your winner right there.
Man, I don't know. There's
The favorites are
Just
number
by-
10, Malathat, and number 6, Travel Column. I like the 4, Crazy Beautiful. That is my
So I was gonna say you went
bet
in.
of the night.
Oh,
You
she's
went
a
in
good-looking
saying
horse,
crazy
too.
beautiful.
Bet Crazy Beautiful today.
Lucas, great graphic, bud.
Isn't that nice?
Great graphic.
Wait, put it back up. Let me see if I was to just pick off the. I mean, past the champagne would probably be one that I would.
Lush.
I would lush over.
How would you
Drapes would take competitive speed.
I'm putting the 4 with the 3, Clairiere, because my mom's name is Claire. So I'll bet the 3. But I'm
Yeah,
betting
I mean,
Crazy
there's-
Beautiful.
Pauline's pearl necklace on number 1. Put
Pauline's
that in the
Pearl.
chat.
It's not pearl necklace.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
It's
had to
okay.
misread it.
Get that out of your mind.
Oh my
Well, you talk booze and jewelry.
You must have bought Cheryl a pearl necklace.
That's what
you
I'm
meant.
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking jewelry.
Hey,
You get your look. Don't follow
Listen.
Pilar in her gutter mind.
How about
Gosh,
that?
you're a bad influence on me and Tom, Pilar.
Hey, 60 years ago today, one of the best sports shows ever debuted on ABC. Can you guess what it is,
Wide
Matt?
World of Sports.
Wide World
Yes.
of Sports. Everyone knows the
They
music.
miss out on it these days, these kids.
I know.
Right.
Everyone knows the music. Let's go back 60 years ago on a Saturday afternoon at 4 in the afternoon, 4:30 actually.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport,
Here comes the agony of defeat.
the thrill of victory,
There he is.
and the agony of defeat.
Oh, he laid on his feet.
The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sport.
Oh, that was awesome. Jim McKay, of course, the host of Wide World of Sports. And I watched a championship fight between Ali and Norton on Wide World of Sports live. I mean, that's how good Wide World of Sports was back in the day. But I guess you had to be there, I guess, to really appreciate it. 60 years ago today.
Wow.
Wow. Time flies, man.
It does.
Time
Especially when you're
flies.
having fun.
Yes. All right, guys. So let's talk a little bit about our big event last night at the Del Mar
The Delmar, yeah.
In Greektown,
in Greektown.
where Luke paid $30 to park because he didn't talk to me.
Luke. But he said in his defense, he
I
said
know,
he
he's
didn't
innocent.
know.
He's an innocent country bumpkin.
Sweet. He's so sweet.
So I
Luke.
went out to the parking lot with him because I was pissed when he told me this. And Mac just laughed. He's like,
No.
it's an expensive lesson. Leave him alone.
No, I said you go. I said no. I said you do what you do. You're in the D. I said, but expensive lesson we will
So-
learn. But Uncle Tom went out and got him a $10 discount. Here,
that-
Luke's coming in to defend
So
himself.
what was the parking supposed to be, Luke?
I'm sorry?
What was the parking situation supposed to be? Did they have arranged parking for you guys?
Yeah, we were supposed to get free parking, but nobody told me. So I paid $30, but Maz was good enough to get me $10 back. I thank you so much for that, Maz.
I wanted to get it all back. But the minute you walk into the lot, what's the big sign that it's... What do you think the big sign says?
No refunds.
No refunds.
Of course.
This guy was playing parlor tricks.
So that's wrong.
'Cause you're in
though.
Detroit,
$20
dang it.
$20 to the intern is still burned to the nostril.
Right next to...
Big
Pilar,
time.
let me explain to you.
Big time.
This is the parking lot where we're sitting. This is the $30 lot. Do you see where Fish is?
Right? Just
That's
right near your house.
Greektown Casino, free parking. Right there.
Does it say that?
Yeah. So the guy
It's a
is charging
lesson. He'll
$30.
never do it
I'm like,
again.
give my son back his money. You robbed him. He's going to park across the street for free. No refunds, sir. Can't help you. No refunds. I'm like, okay. The car pulled in. Had 3 ladies in the car. They had the window down. They were going to ask him how much to park here. I'm like, don't park here. Park right there. Right there is free parking. And the lady's like, oh, thank you, thank you. I'm like, how much
Good.
money you want to give him back? I want $20 back, I said. He's like, no, I can't do it. It's not my money. I'm like, give the kid his $20 or we're going to, I'm not going to let any cars come in
30.
here.
You said,
I
said
I'm
that.
not going to
No,
let
you
I said
any
that.
cars. I love you, Maz.
I said that.
Good
So
for you.
He gives him 10 back. I walk out there. Another car's pulling up. Hey, what's going on here? I'm like, park right there. It's free parking. Park right there. It's free parking. And the guy chased us out of the lot. He wanted Luke to move his car. I'm like, no, you charged him 20. He's leaving his car here. And the guy just mumbled something and went back to his booth.
I'm surprised.
New York
Luke,
met Detroit.
Totally. I'm surprised that your car, Luke, wasn't like all dinged up.
I was very relieved when I walked out there and I saw it hadn't
Why
been
you would know
towed
who
or
did
dinged
it?
up or anything.
That's just
Yeah.
like there's a lesson learned.
I'm gonna start a
Tommy, Uncle Tommy
GoFundMe.
flex, boys. Don't make them flex.
I'm pissed that he didn't
love
get it all
that,
back.
Though, Tom, good for you.
I
That
wanted
was
at least 20 back for the kid.
good. Yeah, I
The
mean,
thief only gave him 10, but I cost him $60
he's
on the
just
next
trying
2
to
cars.
go to work, and
Yeah, that's fine.
Just trying to help out the
Appreciate it,
team.
Maz.
You got it, Luke. Next
we're gonna
time,
start a GoFundMe to get your $20 back, man.
call
That's
me up
messed
next time, kid.
Shoot, you know what?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
It's-
off, Pilar.
No, you know what? It's payday. I'm gonna give you those $20.
Woohoo!
I am.
You guys get
That's-
paid?
That's messed up. That's so messed up.
I only get a
of them
sandwich
to
from
do.
Broadwell. That's all I get.
And a Diet Coke from D-Mac.
And a Diet Coke from D. I got 2, by the way, stacked away.
Okay, good to know.
Shoot,
Gotta
I
make
don't
sure
get
you're,
a Coke or a smile.
well,
I
you
don't
know
get
what? You haven't
anything.
put in your request.
All right, guys. Do we have? Oh, do we have a ping?
I know, but we got to do our party
gotta-
first.
Yeah, let's get to our party. We got a phone call.
Hold on the line for
All
that
right,
first.
hang on to our caller. Let's get to this wild party that we had last night.
From the Del Mar, our first viewing party for the NFL Draft. Wish you were
And
there.
we are live. Welcome to the first inaugural NFL Draft Party with Woodward Sports. And it's a pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching a hopefully historic night for the Detroit Lions.
Let's hope.
Here comes the Lions pick now. It's coming.
Casey Horn.
With the 7th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell.
Tom Mazawey, I bet you're fucking
They didn't shoot me.
Woodward Sports Network NFL Draft, first annual. We are out of here, and welcome to Detroit, Penei Sewell.
Hey, Penei, welcome to Detroit. Man, thank you.
All right. Nice job, guys.
Great job.
Yeah, that's
Alex, Just
amazing.
whoever. And shout out, props to Corey, who ran out of there to be able to get that interview with Penei Sewell that you can check out here on Woodward Sports Network. But to hear the excitement, the humbleness, and he's a perfect Dan Campbell. You look at this draft, and we're going to touch on the winners and losers later on. But the thing is, did certain guys go to certain teams to fit certain systems with coaches and managers? And I think that, definitely here in Detroit, to get Penei Sewell. And I haven't been around that much excitement. Matt, the last time I was that excited, I think Matt Stafford came back in with a broken collarbone and scored against the
Browns.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Right? But
That was a hell of a rookie year.
it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. You notice Maz was the only one in his chair the whole time?
I didn't see. I was really
because he was
putting
under
on
the
my
table.
goggles,
He was
looking
so
for him, trying
disappointed.
to find
I
him.
wasn't that disappointed.
No, you
I just wanted to see your reaction. I could see you being like,
D-Mac was in my face.
I was in his face. Just because.
Yelling,
Because
spitting, the whole 9 yards.
spitting.
Steve on the one side, Chad's
was
brother,
being a
Stingray
masshole.
Steve.
Stingray Scuba
Tell me about
Steve.
his stinking Patriots, and we'll get to that too.
Oh, and that's what topped it all off. Not just
That's the cherry on
not
the
just
pie.
not just the NFC. What is it? The Central, the where Washington,
The East,
right? Where the Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, they all did something inside the division that's never done.
They all F
but
the Giants.
The fact that Bill Belichick sat there and got his new Tom Brady.
oh my gosh, totally.
That really ended, and the fact that Maz was sitting next to Stingray Steve
And Chad.
had to hear it
Yeah.
the whole
That's
time.
Tom Brady 2.0.
Oh my God.
100%.
That was awesome.
Boy, I got my fill. That's all I got to tell you.
I do want to say I loved it. You can see it on our social media at Woodward Sports. They did the lookalikes. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely hilarious. Go check it out. Do we have
Well, I don't know.
the clips? Maybe we can get them later on in the show. We've got a full show, but
Well,
if y'all can check it out.
Fish is a young Fish got drafted second overall. His big brother.
He did.
there,
Zach Wilson
Zach
and him
Wilson
look
to the
alike.
Jets.
And you know what? We got to meet Fish's parents
Oh,
last night.
absolutely.
Did you?
It was a pleasure.
They were freaking awesome.
Yes.
I wish I would have been able
Comes
to
from
go.
great stock.
He looks just like a mix of his mom and dad, too. He's like a
Absolutely.
perfect
Really?
mix.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy. The mix of his mom
Were
and
they
dad's.
getting wild, Fish?
They were chilling.
No.
They
No.
were cheering, though. They were
Yeah.
cheering. They were all involved. It was great. Got some pictures.
I know one thing. They're very proud of their son.
So are
They
we.
should
That's
be.
what I know.
Yes, they absolutely should be. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll be getting to your phone calls, 313-552-6322. And we're going to be getting to the big hook of today,
We're
which,
already in
of
it.
course, I was going to say, you know what it is. It is Mr. Penei Sewell. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
Hey, gang, it's Maz for our good friends at Hall Financial. Have you checked your mortgage rate lately? If it's more than 3%, you need to call Hall Financial and ask them for a free 5-minute checkup. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you, so give them a go. DavidHallMortgage.com to get started. If you're paying more than 3%, you're probably paying too much. You might even be able to take some years off your loan, so check it out. Make sure you make the call and tell them Woodward Sports sent you, and tell them Maz, because I've been with David Hall for a long time. And matter of fact, I just refied not too many months ago, down to 2.5% and 15 years on that house. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, we are still going strong on last night's draft pick for the Lions. The majority of us in this room like who we picked at number 7, Penei Sewell. Fish, we got a phone call. Who do we have?
Yes, we do. We have 2 phone calls. We're going to start with Pete, who is very happy with this pick.
Pete, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi, Pilar. Hi, guys. How's it going?
Good.
We're
Pete.
great. So how do you feel
Hey,
about
I'm
the draft
so
pick?
I love it. I love the pick. It's an anchor for the offensive line for the next 10 years.
Absolutely.
I absolutely agree.
As long as he stays healthy.
Yep.
Just-
Because we can put in any quarterback we want, and there's going to be a good offensive line. That's why.
Yep.
So
we're
they got how many draft picks next year? 4?
How many what?
We got 2 number 1s next year for sure, maybe more,
Yeah.
and a couple of seconds, a couple thirds. So we got a bunch next year. I'm sure
Next
they'll
year?
make some more trades and
So we can-
get some more.
We
meat.
have 2 years to pick a quarterback if we don't like Jared Goff. So I think it's wonderful. I'm really looking forward to the draft tonight.
We're gonna
Me
like
too.
Jared Goff. I got a good hunch. We're gonna like him.
I think we're going to like him too.
I'm sticking by my prediction that I nailed it out there, that we could be talking about this is the beginning piece of something very great for this team like we had back in 96, 97 with the Wings. So
Man,
I'm
that'd be
sticking
nice.
with it. This guy
Yeah.
only helps it, and I like what Pete said, right? And Maz, you brought up a great point. NFL is 100%. You're going to get injured league,
Yeah.
right?
If you
so
stay
if you
healthy,
don't,
right.
If you don't stay healthy and if
Right.
you get protected and
Not
stuff.
that he's been injured and he had a year off to boot. Who knows what's going to happen, right? It can
Right.
happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can happen to anybody.
All right, Fish, who else do we have joining us today?
We have our good old friend Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. Welcome to The Hook.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
I just
Kev.
wanted to say, I felt terrible for Pilar, but she's a great mom and a great wife and held it down at home. And I'm really happy for the Lions, of course. We got our guy. But, I don't know. I just wish that Pilar could have
Been there.
experienced that.
I know.
do
I would have
too.
loved to.
Next time, but Kevin,
Yeah.
I got a question for you because you're dialed in and everything. In the second round here with the pick coming up, is there a position that you want them to address more than another?
Well, I mean, we need receivers.
Yep, good choice.
Obviously.
Good choice.
But if Barrymore is there for defensive tackle from Alabama, I think we have to take him. That kid's amazing. He's a top 15 pick. If he didn't have, he's got a couple of off-field issues that he had in college, but it's nothing huge. I mean, he shouldn't even be there. So if he's still around when 41 comes, you take that guy. Then you get your linebacker with your next pick. I believe it's 101. And then you get, or a receiver at 101, right. And same with 120.
Yeah, I think the great point is there's got to be talent there that other people are on their boards or off their boards. And to me, the second round pick has been the failure of the Detroit Lions, where you're going to build the character over the past seasons, past drafts. So this is a very important pick, but I look them to go best possible player right here, whether it's a wide receiver, linebacker, or a defensive end.
Hey, Eazy, when you get a minute, put up the Lions in their draft room last night, how excited they were. And I think Rich Eisen is on NFL Network describing the excitement there. I was happy for them. I saw our owner, Sheila Ford Hemp, jumping around in her Honolulu blue. Look at her. Look how excited these people are. I mean, they think they hit the jackpot, think they're going to the Super Bowl, but hey, it's good to see. I saw that in quite a number of draft rooms, but that one was really pretty cool.
When I saw that last night, I was like, did they just take a quarterback? What did they just do?
No,
they just did something really crazy, and in their mind, because they cannot be that excited over
they were
Penei Sewell.
I think that reaction was after Cincinnati announced their pick, and they knew, it was like, oh, we got our guy.
Yeah.
And that showed me, and I said to Ben, and I said to Luke, that was
after Miami too.
Well, but right after Miami, sorry,
yeah.
but I thought they thought Sewell was probably going to go. If you look at where the receivers went, they went to their quarterbacks,
right?
Like Tua got his Alabama guy,
right.
Burrow got his LSU guy.
Right.
If you look throughout the draft, it's that way. And then if you also look at the way some teams moved in, moved out, drafted up, drafted down. But to me, the quickness of the pick was in faster than any one other day. That showed me that this was their guy all along.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it goes back to just a couple days ago when we were talking about the rumors that the Lions had said that they were trying to trade up in the draft to grab Jamar Chase. And we all said, no way. This is just smoke. This is them trying to get the Cincinnati Bengals to say, oh, what do they know about Chase? We got to go get Chase. So,
I think they played poker very hard. I think they could have moved down. I truly believe that. I'm never going to find out unless there's an insider that's going to tell me one of these days. But I'm sitting at the table with Chad and his brother Steve. And I was like, man, if I had the choice between an O-lineman or Jamar Chase, I would rather have Jamar Chase. And I know it's the shiny toy, and I'm with Dan Orlovsky. Don't take the shiny toy. And then Chad set me straight. You know what he told me? He said, he can't be as good as Calvin Johnson because he was one of the best.
Right.
And we didn't win with Calvin Johnson.
I mean, that's true.
So
There's
I could have took a step back, and I'm like, it makes sense. Again, I'll say fine. He was a nice, safe pick, one of the best in the draft, no question. Matter of fact, someone said if a couple of these quarterbacks weren't coming out early, he might have been a top 3 pick. Someone even said he might be the number 1 pick.
Someone even said
that he could go to the Hall.
He's the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's the surefire Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame guy.
Yeah.
So they got their man. Like I said, they're an A line now. They were B plus.
They're really good.
Here's
what you have to be as a fan. last year when we were talking about this with Quintricia, they did not explore their options.
No.
What I can probably say is that they had options to trade back, but the fact that they value the Sewell to be more of a transitional foundation piece, that it superseded 2 guys that they could get.
Well,
right?
they know more than me. I'm never saying I know more than those guys.
Right.
But
No.
as a fan that's been watching for 51 years, because I've been watching since I was 8. 51 years I've been watching the NFL and really paying attention to it. I'm as good an expert as any fan that's out there, that's for sure. And I just wished they could have traded back, like the Giants, like the Cowboys, although the Cowboys, both of them were kind of forced to trade back. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But they got draft capital, and they still got good players.
Yeah,
we got
for sure.
a great player, but we didn't get draft capital.
The trade market looked weak, too, because I think it was Pilar's Cowboys to trade with the Eagles, and all they got was a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, but they moved down 2 spots.
Yeah, it wasn't
didn't mean
a
anything.
big.
Their guy was
big
going to be
move.
there. They took Micah
Maybe,
Parsons.
yeah.
He wasn't going anywhere.
Right, exactly.
Why not just get a pick?
Yeah.
Just get a pick.
You know, I like how a little bit of perspective was whispered into your ear, and it made you say, you know what, you're right. I mean, if we didn't go to the Super Bowl with somebody like Calvin Johnson, is Jamar Chase really going to get us to the Super Bowl? No, we need other pieces to get us
Just think about
there,
what you don't have to worry about picking next year, so that you can focus on the offensive talent. That's the big ticket too, because of the 3-year plan. And I know, Maz, honestly, I know I bust your chops all the time, but it is that wanting them to do it and to understand that it's not going to be right now. And yeah, you're right, 100%. If they did that, it wouldn't have been a bad move, but it's just trying to figure out what this regime. And here's the thing, Maz, the common sense seems to play to this regime as opposed to the rest.
Yeah.
What have we been playing backwards talk? You know what I'm saying? Reverse, nothing coming out of, no rumors out of Allen Park forever. Now you feel a part of it, at least as a fan.
They're putting it out there.
Right, and you see, like, I don't really care who the pick was, but the excitement in that room for the people that have to make it happen at the top is what I want to see out of my team, and I haven't felt that camaraderie. Hell, they're putting the cornhole back into the friggin' to have some fun and excitement. It's going to have fun there this year, and that's what they realize, that they have to establish the foundation, and that's the culture that they want. I'm excited.
Before we take a break, Pilar and Darren,
we're gonna get to it.
We're going to have Mike O'Hara coming up here in just a couple of minutes. We had him yesterday to prep us. Now we'll have him to prep us on tonight and talk about Sewell. And he's got some other stuff that he wrote about today on DetroitLions.com. But Oregon put out just a quick little video blurb on how proud they were of Penei Sewell. Check this out.
It's coming. It was a really nice.
Penei Sewell, Oregon one.
The Oregon one.
The heart of a lion.
Weezy.
Cool.
All right.
I like the face paint.
Caught me telling him a secret there. That was a super sweet, very heartfelt clip. I loved it. The heart of the lion at the top of that tweet was what I loved. Let's take a quick call here. I know we were beeping. We got to take a quick break, but I want to get to that call, Fish. Who do we have on the line?
We have a good old friend, Justin Spiro, who's on the line.
Hey, Justin. Welcome to the show.
Hey, it's kind of right before a break, so I got to go quick. Obviously, everyone knows Tom and McCarty here if you're from the area, known them for a long time. Pilar, I did not know you before you started there. I just wanted to say you're doing a great job, and I've really enjoyed your work the first couple of months there.
Thanks, Justin.
As far as Sewell goes, you're welcome. As far as Sewell goes, the thing that no one's talking about that I think they should is if you look at Jared Goff's numbers when he has protection, he's actually one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's notoriously poor under pressure. That's a flaw. It can be a problem. But the bottom line is with Jared Goff, if you give Jared Goff time, he's one of the best on the planet at playing that position. And that's obviously this is an assist to him. Everyone knows that. But if you just get into the numbers, this has a chance to really unlock him. They're augmenting the one strength they really had with that offensive line with the best prospect at that position. So I actually think it's fascinating to see what they're doing with this. And I think Goff, even if the receiving core is mediocre, if you give that guy time, he's a very good quarterback. And that's what I think we're going to be having to watch here in the first year.
No doubt. He's going to be very comfortable behind that wall of granite. There's no question. They drafted this guy to protect this kid. But he's 26, and he's coming here, and he's coming from L.A., 6 playoff games, 6 wins, a Super Bowl, and he's coming to Detroit, and we're rebuilding. But this has got to make him happy that he's got that wall in front of him, and he's got DeAndre Swift in the background.
Justin brings up a great point. Is that what is the asset of the Detroit Lions in the position group? It is their offensive line. So stabilize it, make it an A and A+, protect your quarterback. That is compatible when he's protected, when he's upright. So this is just a start to give Jared Goff an opportunity to see if he's the guy, and if not, then we go get the quarterback. So I'm full step the whole time with that. If he stays up, he'll be better than people think.
Absolutely.
Yep. I agree. And I also feel that it says a lot about what the organization is thinking in terms of their commitment to Goff. You know, hey, we're not going to just get you somebody to throw to. We're going to make sure you have the protection, and then you find the chemistry in somebody to throw to. I think that there's plenty of wide receivers in this draft that they'll be able to pick up to give him options.
And we got some good chances that some of these guys will turn out good. Quintez Cephas, the kid from San Diego, the Charger, and I'm blanking on his name right now. Terrell Williams, a Raider, former Raider. If he's not injured, he's could be pretty decent.
Who, if you heard Penei Sewell when Corey asked him last night, what's the first thing you're going to do? And he goes, I don't know Detroit, but I got to call my big bro Tyrell Williams. So you know the fact. And here's the thing. Right, which is different too, how operations is. I'm sure Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have conversated with Jared Goff with the ideas of what kind of receiver, not even in free agency, but in the draft, who he likes, right? And it's about the information going in and not making the decision, but everybody feels more a part of it, and that's what I love.
And let me ask you this real quick, and then I promise we're going to take a quick break. But Darren, as a former athlete, let's say you were a quarterback, and the team came to you and said, what is more important to you, a shiny weapon to throw to or protection?
Oh, it's protection. I would think to begin with, because if the less that I'm laying down, the more that I can make somebody a receiver, and there's a lot of guys that can catch in this world.
I hope Jamar Chase could block for good old Joe Burrow.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got our good friend Mike O'Hara from DetroitLions.com. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell.
Perfect time to learn a trade and start a new career. Learn more about their 10.5 months hands-on HVAC program at northwesterntech.edu. Northwestern Tech, the HVAC school that works. All right, everybody, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Make sure you are joining in on the conversation at Woodward Sports across the board. And, of course, we love the phone calls, 313-552-6322. Joining us right now, we do have from DetroitLions.com, Mike O'Hara. Welcome to the show, Mike O'Hara.
Hey, thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Hey, Mo.
2 days in a row. I mean, are you officially a band member?
After tonight he will be when I have him on again. So it.
Are you kidding me?
It happens.
I'm wearing my.
You've been practicing, right, Mike?
Darren, listen, I'm wearing my bandana and my latex slacks. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what committed, man. Next thing you're gonna put the face paint on and be blocking up front. But tell us about. Obviously, we talked about it yesterday. But Penei Sewell going number 7. Obviously, the way that the Detroit Lions draft room reacted and all the fans reacted, I think we got the right guy.
Yeah, you saw that, guys. I was going to mention it in case you didn't. You know, we talked yesterday, what I said yesterday, and I really believed it at the time, that Penei Sewell was the Detroit Lions guy at 7, but I thought he would go to Cincinnati at 5. At least I did for 6-8 weeks. I've got a pal down there who works in the Bengals website, and he was convinced until about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon that it was Penei Sewell going to Cincinnati, and which would make sense.
Yeah.
The best tackle in the draft, protecting your young quarterback, who got injured in the 10th game last year. He got sacked 32 times in 10 games. Sack number 32 put him out for the season. And then all of a sudden things started to change, and the next thing you know, they're hot on Jamar Chase, the wide receiver from LSU, which is a terrific pick. And you can debate which is better for Cincinnati, but that's what they end up doing. And it's then for the Detroit Lions and the people in that draft room. There's sometimes when time just stands still when you want the clock to tick faster, and there are times when the clock ticks faster when you want to stand still. And it was both of those yesterday as the Lions were waiting that 20 minutes, 10 minutes, for Cincinnati to make its pick, and then 10 minutes for Miami, for Cincinnati to make its pick, and then 10 minutes for Miami to make its pick before it's the Lions' chance. And you can see they're just sitting there sweating. They wanted Penei Sewell. It's not that they didn't have other good options, but this was the best option. And that just release of emotion and tension and the buildup of joy when they got that pick, it was really cool to watch.
Mike, you have in your column that you put out for today on DetroitLions.com, you put the O-line went from good to top 5 status. Tom Mazawey said they went from a B+ to an A. Explain to him how you have them going to a top 5 status, which I love.
Well, it's top 5 in the league, and I think it could be even a little bit better than that, but it's certainly in a range that's more than good enough. Excuse me, I thought they had a pretty good offensive line by the end of last season. Need a little bit of help on the right side, and one way or another they were going to get it either in free agency, which they really didn't this year. They've been pretty active in free agency on the offensive line in past seasons, but they really weren't this year, or get it through the draft. And Penei Sewell, it's just remarkable what this young man has accomplished already in his life. But he's as you all know, he grew up in a small village near Pago Pago in America Samoa. His family came here when he was 12 years old because they recognized the ability that he had. His father's a football coach, ends up at the University of Oregon, plays 2 years, sits out last year because of the pandemic, and now here's a kid with a big contract, can take care of his family, and a tremendous football player who has everything you want. He's got the tangibles, he's got the tangibles, the intangibles, and the unthinkables. Mm-hmm. He's just an absolutely a diamond, not even a diamond in the rough, but a gleaming diamond gem for this football team.
That's awesome, man. You're making me smile. It's the Moose. It's the Dean. It's Mike O'Hara joining us.
When he
on
says
the
it
hook.
nice like that, what, you're just going to
Well,
accept
I love
it?
Mo. Can always talk me off a cliff, but I want to talk about this, Moose. Let's say since he did take Sewell, would the Lions have traded back, or would they have taken a wide receiver?
That's a great question. Brad Holmes, the general manager. By the way, I loved his reaction after this. He's talking to the kid on the phone. We love you. And he hands the phone over to the head coach, and he goes over and he's pounding his fists on a table nearby. That's how jacked he was. Hey, look, this is his first time flying a 747. It's his first pick. He landed it safely, okay? Even more than safely. So I understand the emotion. But he said there were 3 players that they were choosing from. He used the word cluster in his last press session with us. And I don't know exactly who they were, but I'm sure one was Jamar Chase, one was obviously Penei Sewell, and I think the third one was probably my fallback guy, which would have been Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle from Northwestern. Now, I don't know that, but I would think that's who it was. And all of them good choices, plus number 4 would be a trade down choice. It's probably the one you don't want to do at this stage because you want the player you want. Well, they got the player they want.
The only thing I have a problem with, and it's not a problem, it's just me as being a fan of this team for a long time. Just they had a very good offensive line. So ideally, this guy is the best in the draft. I understand that. But Slater can't be that much worse than him. And then you have a guard at USC that the Jets wound up trading up to get that you like very much, and Vera Tucker. I just think
Vera Tucker, yeah.
I think they asked for too much. I wish they would have traded down, gotten one pick even, one lousy pick extra, and taken one of those 2 guys. That's my only issue.
Well, I wouldn't have taken Vera Tucker as good as he is. I would want somebody out there on the edge protecting the quarterback. And in this day and age, it used to be, like the left tackle was the prime position, and it still is. And I'm going back to the days, and when Lomas Brown was played 18 years in the NFL, 11 of them here in Detroit, as good a pass protector as you're going to see. I mean, 7 Pro Bowls, all of that. But the way defenses are set up now, you get pressure off the right side just like you do off the left side. And if you can't protect the quarterback, the right tackle position, look what happened to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I know.
Couldn't protect the quarterback
lost
because
2
of
guys.
injuries. And you're looking at the same issue at right tackle as you are at left tackle. Now maybe it's just a little less pronounced, but it's there and it's real, and you've got to have that side shored up.
Mike, one of the things that Tom Mazawey astutely brought to my attention was a tweet of yours yesterday at 8:49 p.m. that was really, because when I always say that you're the dean or whatever, you've seen the most, you've been around, and you tweeted out having covered every NFL draft since 1977, nothing matches the late rise of Trey Lance to number street.
Wow.
Congratulations to this young star, well deserved. Can you elaborate on that more? Because that was the one that what San Francisco did up till late to be able to take him, and I would assume that was their plan all along. But can you talk about that? Maybe compare it to somebody that you would put it in the hype train in the past drafts.
Well, if you just look at yesterday's draft, the first 2 players taken were quarterbacks. One was, of course, Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, team that plays for national championships every year in football. The number 2 pick, he comes from Zach Wilson from Brigham Young, which used to be quarterback U years ago. It hasn't quite been that lately, but it's a noted semi-major program. Yep. And here's a kid from North Dakota State, where my sister used to live, by the way. And
she was a Bison.
That's brutal.
She was.
So-called Mike's sister.
No. Oh yeah. You don't know Judy Cooper like I do. Trust me. It does start with a B anyway.
I know she bossed you around. That I know.
Oh yeah, but anyway, here's a kid who wasn't. The only schools that really of any note that recruited him wanted him to play safety or wide receiver or something like that. They didn't see him as a quarterback because, no, I want to play quarterback. Well, you know what they said to him? Well, go ahead. Somewhere else. So he ends up at North Dakota State, which is okay. I mean, he makes his choice. They make theirs. That's fine. I think he plays 2 games as a freshman, throws 1 pass, goes 1 for 1, plays all 16 or 17 or 18, depending on how many were in the playoffs in 2019, and the kid is absolutely great. What do you have, like 28 touchdown passes, no interceptions, 14 rushing touchdowns, absolute stud player on, a smaller college program, but nonetheless it's a noted program in the realm it competes in. And then the whole school doesn't. They play 1 football game last year. They take the rest of the season off because of the pandemic. So he's got no real ability to build a career. But look at what he had shown already, and that was enough for the scouts to at least get him into the conversation on where he fit in the draft. And at every step, at every team that met him, he took a step up. Like maybe late first round, maybe middle of the draft, to all of a sudden, wow, we got something here. And that's when the San Francisco 49ers traded their 3 first-round draft picks to get that 3rd pick. And the next thing you know, here's the kid. Now they really like him. Not only they like him, they love him. Goodbye, Mac Jones. Goodbye, Justin Fields. Hello. And here's the kid. I've never seen anything like it. Now look, Barry Sanders drafted 3rd overall in 1989. Heisman Trophy winner, probably the greatest college running back in the history of football. But this kid is different. This is different from a completely different starting point. And the only thing now is the same. It's the finishing point, at least for the start of his career. And to me, like I said, I've never seen anything like it. And just the way he handled everything, just bubbled. The personality came out. He's got the personality and the smarts to match the athletic ability. Just to me, look, watching him walk onto that stage and give Roger Goodell, the commissioner, the high five and the hug, man, that was real. That was not hey, Mom, look at me. That was from the heart, from the soul, from everything you want.
You know, that's funny you mentioned that, because it's the absolute opposite impression I got from Justin Fields. You know, sitting at home, sort of, we were wasting his time. But how important is it? And there's a bunch of different players in this draft, but the teams that they went to, because Trey Lance going to the 49ers with Shanahan, obviously Garoppolo's still there, so not having somebody to learn behind. But how important is system for this guy, that he went to the right team?
Well, this is true for any player, but it's more truer, if that is such a phrase, is more truthful, more truer. I can hear the old high school teachers at Pershing High wincing again on that one, but it's more important for a quarterback than it is for any other position. And you know what? More careers are derailed by bad organizations and bad coaching than are made by good coaching and good organizations. They contribute more to the failure rate than they do to the success rate, and that's nobody's really fault. That's just the way it is, and it's hard to develop quarterbacks. But here's a kid who's going to a noted quarterback building guru in Kyle Shanahan, raised by his father, Mike Shanahan, who really basic same thing. Those genes, are passed on from father to son. I mean, Mike Shanahan won two Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos, and he was on the staff at San Francisco with great players there too. So I just think it's critically important for him, and Shanahan will know how to handle him, how to bring him along, and he'll play him when it's time to play him. Like you said, Garoppolo was still their quarterback, but he didn't say he's their quarterback forever. And obviously, everybody knows it's not going to be forever, and it's probably not going to be for long.
Right. Mike, let's take a look at what we can expect tonight and tomorrow. In your column, you have a quote from Dan Campbell saying, he's somebody, regarding Penei Sewell, he's somebody you can build a team around, and that's exactly why we got him. That's some strong words to say about one player that you're taking overall. What are you expecting them to do tonight with their pick?
Well, I expect every team, every general manager of all 32 teams, every head coach of all 32 teams to say at some point when one of the players they're drafting in the second and third rounds. The Lions have 1 second-round pick, 2 third-round picks. One of those players that gets drafted, likely you're going to hear the general manager or the head coach say, "We had him rated in the first round." And you know what? You know what I mean? They said that about Ashawn Robinson. Okay. 5 years ago, which was it was Bob Quinn's first draft. That was a really, really good draft. You can go back and look at it, but you'll hear that you're going to get guys who, for some reason, of the 32 players who were drafted in the first round last night, maybe 26.5 of them were really legitimate first round picks. The other 5.5, I'm trying to act like I'm smart here, but the other 5.5 of them were guys who got moved up because of need, which is really one of the most dangerous things to do as a personnel executive, is taking players because of need, because quite often you're seeing something in them to help you that might not really be there in the long run. In other words, they're inferior athletically, talent-wise, whatever it is. So you'll see that. You're going to see guys that you're going to see players like maybe Elijah Moore, wide receiver from Ole Miss, legitimate first-round ability, and there's 8 or 9 others, or 10 or 11 others just like them that really are first-round talent, but for some reason get shuffled down to the second round. You know what? It could be because of injuries. It could be because of maybe something happened late in their last season playing, whatever reason. But now all of a sudden you got a chance to get them and get value for that pick.
Mike O'Hara joins us, DetroitLions.com. Just go back to last night. The trade started at 10. Once those 2 defensive backs came off the board, the Cowboys said, man, let's get out of this pick. And what do? They screw the Giants, and they trade with the freaking Eagles. Eagles move up and get Devontae Smith, who the Giants wanted. Then the Giants said, the hell with this. I'll trade back 10 picks. They wind up getting a receiver late. But that's where it all starts. But the Bears move up and they get their next Mitch Trubisky in Justin Fields. What's your take on the Bears now starting over with Justin Fields and those other deals I was talking about?
Well, I'll start with one thing about Mitchell Trubisky, and I think that the Bears mishandled him badly. And and I'm sure rightfully so, they shouldn't have drafted him second overall. They took the wrong guy. But once they got him, he won games for them. But they were 11-5 one year, made the playoffs. They were 8-8. They start out 5-0, and they bench him. Are you kidding me? Are you crazy? But here's the issue now with Justin Fields from Ohio State. He's coming to the Bears from Ohio State, one of the most stable athletic programs in the country at everything, in every sport they have. They're one of the best. He's going to the Chicago Bears, who have a great history. They're a foundational franchise in the National Football League, dating back to when George Halas founded the National Football League with the Decatur Staleys. They've been a mess. They've had some good days, some good seasons, some bad seasons. But here they are now. They've got a head coach and a general manager who are hoping to save their jobs with this quarterback, and which is okay. Everybody wants to keep working. I get that, but this is a move that to me, is made more out of desperation than something that's been carefully thought out and planned. As opposed to carefully thought out, it was probably the GM and the coach going, "Hey, man, we got to save our skin here. Okay, quit, do something, do anything." I like living here in Chicago. I like making this money. So that, to me, that's the difference. Regardless of the player himself, it's just the situation they're in. And like I said, bad situations, bad management, torpedo quarterbacks more than it elevates them the other way around.
And how about the team that didn't even have to move? I mean, the rich get richer. I mean, Bill Belichick with his dog at the computer last year could have made this pick. How the hell did they get Mac Jones sitting at 15 with their thumb up their ass? How?
Tommy, did your mother ever hear you talk like that?
Yes, they know. And I'm sorry, but I'm pissed.
Somebody wrap this man on the knuckles, okay? I'm shocked.
Sorry.
How did they? You know what? It's experience. They're patient, and they didn't.
Harris has got two.
What would you say? Maybe around 9 or around 10. Like, I'll go back to my old analogy. Sometimes the clock ticks faster than you want it to. Sometimes it ticks slower. Bill Belichick knows it ticks once every second for 60 seconds, and then there's another minute and another minute. And he just sat there, and he's not bluffing, he's not anything. He's just playing the percentages, and he's looking you in the eye, and he goes, "Thank you very much," as he picks up all your black chips and puts them in his pocket and walks home.
Yeah,
okay?
And he walks away.
Even the dog is smarter than the guy that he just fooled, okay?
It is. It's unbelievable, man. I just don't. They're playing chess. The freaking Lions are playing checkers. I mean, it's just. And I know it's different now. It's a new regime, but that would never, ever happen to the Lions.
Back in the day, quit living in the past. It could be the new regime.
By the way, Drew Lane says hi. He loves you, and he wanted me to ask you something old, so just so he knows I'm paying attention to something. But I'm not going to ask you anything old anymore. I just wanted to tell you he said hello.
Something old. I'm old, okay? I appreciate it.
Hey, Mo, thanks for coming on with us, man.
I want to go from old to older, okay?
Yeah, we want you to.
Hey, that's why you're getting in grinder and you got your rock gear on right now. Go crash out those 3 chords, bro. Keep practicing. We'll get you on stage soon.
Right, and you can go.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
I would say, Mike, you can go from old to older, but you can never grow up.
I don't want to. I'm sort of like I'm the modern Peter Pan. I'll tell you what. When I go surfing through that mosh pit, I'm not coming out.
You got her, buddy.
Oh, I forgot. Is Aaron Rodgers going anywhere?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Where do I think he's going to go?
Yeah, is he going anywhere?
I think he's going to go to Green Bay. That's where he's going to go.
Me too.
Oh, you think he stays?
I do too.
I think he stays. You know what? He's going to pout and all that. And he's going to go, hey, wait a minute. Where am I going to make another $38 million? I think I better play for Green Bay.
Right.
Good choice, Mo.
That's his Jeopardy question.
That's
what
right.
What is $38 million? My salary.
I love it. Hey, we'll talk to you Monday. I just booked you for Monday.
I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right, Mike. Have a great weekend.
Mike
We'll talk to you
O'Hara
soon.
back Monday live on the hook.
He is so great. We love having him on. So make sure you're giving him a follow on his social media, Mike O'Hara. NFL, and that you're checking him out on DetroitLions.com. Great columns that this man writes. So
the best,
go
man.
Give him some love. All right, guys, when we come back, we have got so much
We haven't even gotten off page one.
I was going to say,
paragraph one.
I know. We
got Dan Orlovsky stuff still.
Yes, we've got our daily dose of Dan O. So don't go anywhere. And, of course, start to get ready. I'm going to let you guys know our trivia questions tonight are going to be Derby editions.
Derby, Preakness, and Belmont. Come on, horse players.
That's right.
I know there's a few of you out there.
Horsemen.
Horsemen and horsewomen.
Instead of all the ding, 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 dings that Tom Mazawey likes to do, if you get it right, he's going to be like,
Is there a different horse sound between the fillies, like at the Oaks and at the?
That's the Phillies.
I just wondered tonight whoever
a little
wins.
bit more dainty.
Yeah, a little more dainty.
All right, guys, stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Hey guys, D-Mac here for 8 Mile Vodka, and you can look on Woodward Sports Network because our boy Stick from the Morning Wood does the slap shot. He takes a slap in the face, takes a shot of 8 Mile Vodka because it is so smooth. Why is that? Because it's optimally quality controlled in 90-liter batches, carbon filtered, aerated, bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste, smooth finish, character all its own. Exceptional vodka, straight or mixed, so I'm told. I don't use it, but the people behind it are all from Detroit. Go to Myers, go to your bartender, ask them for 8 Mile Vodka. Tell them D-Max sent you, but hey, drink responsibly.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. It is Friday, April 30th. First day of the draft is in the books. We are looking into day 2. We've got the 9th pick in the second round, so we've got a pretty good position. We're expecting a lot from these guys. They are starting in a very great manner, taking our boy Penei Sewell. But before we continue to talk more about this NFL draft, Maz, why don't you give us your sports update?
I certainly will. Brought to you by our good friends at mybookie.ag. Use the promo code Woodward. They'll match your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. That's free money in your pocket. We've been talking about it all day and yesterday and the day before and the day before. Lions get their man at number 7. Tackle from Oregon, Penei Sewell, with the 7th pick in last night's NFL draft. He is the 3rd number 1 pick to join that offensive line. They got 3 picks tonight, number 9 in the second round, and then 8 and 38 in the third round. Everything gets going at 7 o'clock tonight. Tigers better get going. They got swept by the Sox yesterday in Chicago. 3-1 in the first, 11-0 in the nightcap. They pitched well for one of those games. They cannot get a hit. They've lost 12 of 14 and have the worst record in the majors. And they go to the Bronx tonight. 3 games with the Yanks, and they get to face Garrett Cole. Poor Tarek Skubal gets the ball for the Tigers. Pistons lose again in Dallas. They play in Charlotte tomorrow. Wings lost in Carolina last night. They beat the Canes 4 times this year. Canes, one of the best teams in the East. They host Tampa Bay, the Stanley Cup champion Lightning, twice this weekend. D-Mac will be at tomorrow's game. That is a 3 o'clock face-off from LCA. 4 games to go now in the regular season. The Derby all set for Saturday. That's tomorrow. It's May Day, first Saturday in May. 23-year-olds go to the post. There you go. Take your choice. I like the one known agenda. And today, Ladies' Day at Churchill Downs. It's the Kentucky Oaks, 14 3-year-old fillies. I love the 4 Crazy Beautiful. Put a couple of bucks on her. Goes off about 5:45 tonight. Now, on this day in sports, we go say happy birthday to Zeke.
Isaiah Thomas is hurt down on the court underneath the basket. I couldn't tell what happened.
And this is a tough one. Holding his right ankle, Billy. Mike Abdenauer, the trainer, is with him, and the Pistons are going to have to call a timeout because Thomas show plus an injury to Thomas here in the third. Thomas off balance, basket count and a foul as he goes into the first. Detroit. Isaiah Thomas has put on a brilliant exhibition of shooting despite an ankle injury in this third quarter. He has been a one-man gang. 3.5 remaining in this period. Thomas with a looper scores. Isaiah's shooting eye still on. He has 16 points in the quarter, 28 in the game.
Yeah, but he's limping noticeably right now.
Thomas goes up, and Isaiah Thomas having an incredible period. He has 35 in the game, 23 in this period. In the great performance, maybe one of the best we've ever seen in one quarter in NBA Finals history.
And Dick Stockton on the call for all that great action. Pistons wind up losing that series. Amazing, amazing time. They could have won 3-4 in a row, those bad boys. And we go back, keep it in basketball. 23 years ago tonight, it was the Knicks and Heat. They hated each other. Pat Riley on the bench. On one side, of course, he used to be with the Knicks. Now he was part owner of the Heat. Jeff Van Gundy. Watch little Jeff Van Gundy for the Knicks defend his boys.
Rebound, New York. And fists are flying at the other end. Larry Johnson is one of them. Here we go. Oakley and Mourning have at each other.
Look on the floor.
And both of those guys will not play in Game 5. I guarantee you that. Van Gundy out.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if it was Oakley. I couldn't see. I saw Johnson throwing punches. I think it was Larry Johnson.
Oh, no, I love
that was
Jeff
Maz
Van
in the
Gundy.
parking lot last night.
Wasn't he awesome?
You know what that looked
You
like?
in the parking lot.
That looked like a fish tried to break up a fight.
That's great.
Right? Like, that would never happen, but you got to love the heart.
You gotta. He was being dragged on the floor by Alonzo Mourning, punched in the face. I mean, I love him. I love his spirit. What up, Fish?
Was that Vern Lundquist?
No, you know what? I didn't even. That's a good point. I didn't even pay attention to the call. How about that? That's. I was too busy watching. You're probably right. You're probably right, Fish.
Maybe.
I'd have to
Sounds
give it a
like
listen.
him.
I'd have to give it a listen. Good ear, though. I like you listening.
Oh, I love that
to
guy.
these announcers. And that's it for this day in sports on a fun day in sports. Happy birthday to Zeke. He's 60 today. Yeah. Isaiah Thomas.
Who do you guys think would be able to break up a fight faster, me or Fish?
Oh, you.
Yeah.
But Fish is like so nice. I feel like
Fish would get it to stop because guys wouldn't want. People wouldn't want, if they knew Fish, then they would stop when he walked in the middle, right? Because he's sort of, lack of a better term, but he has that angelic quality.
He does. He
right?
does.
Where you want to be a better person around him.
Right. I feel like the problem.
I think you
is
come in throwing punches and then.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's exactly the problem. Is that I'd be like,
Latino heat.
Yeah. I went home yesterday, D-Mac, and I told my husband, I go, you know, D-Mac had a great analogy for me, and he was like, oh, really? What? And I said, he said, I'm a volcano. And he was like, that is exactly what you are. You can be dormant, but when you erupt, it's like, whoa, and like, here we go.
It's that.
But it's very true. I think I'd walk into the fight like, hey, everybody, just calm down.
Once they didn't stop,
necessary.
once they weren't listening to you, Pilar, then you'd get your.
And I'd be like, guys, for real, don't make me say it again. But then if I accidentally got stepped on or hit or pushed, I'd be like, that's it. That now y'all messed
Well, it's a
up.
good thing we don't have to worry about that.
Right, exactly.
You're very well protected.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's
Plus,
get
we got
to our...
Bruce Lee Killer in the booth.
Oh, yeah,
there.
that's
No
right.
one's getting
Number
by
one.
Bruce Lee Killer.
That's what I was talking about. I wasn't even talking about us.
No, I know.
I was talking about him.
No, jeez.
Easy.
I don't know. Tom Mazawey, your story today about getting Luke's money back, that's pretty gangster.
Hey,
that's principle, though.
I don't
you got to
like,
understand, that's New York principle.
I don't like
to
my boys
whatever
getting
else.
shot on.
What'd you say? Jersey meets Detroit, or what'd you say?
Yeah, Jersey meets Detroit.
That's amazing.
Do you know when I first moved to Detroit?
You know how you remedy the situation? You just, you make sure Luke learns the lesson, then you don't make him pay for anything all night. So there you go.
How
and
is
he's
he
going to make
supposed
$20
to
out of the
know?
whole deal. So
He's going to break even. I'm going to give him $20, so there's his $30. He got 10 back yesterday.
And he ate
but
and
how
drank.
is he supposed to know if nobody told him?
You shouldn't have to give the whole 20. Mac, you pay 10, he pays 10.
that what you think should be fair, Matt?
I think that's fair.
You know,
That's
I
what you
pay
think
for
is
parking
fair.
too in that case, guys.
Sure, you don't want me
What's
to
that? You got.
I pay for parking too in that
Eazy,
case.
Eazy always got to try to be greasy and get in on the action. You just ruined it. Now I'm going to make Maz pay 20. No,
I already got his 10 back
Yeah, you
yesterday.
got his 10
You guys
back.
do the other 10.
Oh, I
and
see.
we're good.
Oh, so the guy
do
giving it back, that was $10 worth of work.
Correct. That
Just
was
to
my
let you
money.
guys know, Mac did pick up my bill last night, so he's off the hook.
That's
Atta
nice.
boy.
No, and I said at the start of the show, I said I will give you that 20. So we got you.
Did you buy for Nick too?
I bought for everybody at the table.
Thank you, buddy.
That was nice.
Love you, man.
I love you too, Maz. But again, see, it's the
but it's
same
not- it's
same
not
way
his
as Maz
fault.
saying he earned the $10 to get him back. Well, all the abuse I gave Maz last night, well, I paid for it.
Oh, that's
So-
nice.
Hey,
That
just a
was
quick
Kinda got
sidebar. When I
escort now
first
or
moved to
something.
Michigan, go ahead. What'd you say, Easy?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay. When I first moved to Michigan in '93, I'm in St. Clair Shores. My fiance lives in St. Clair Shores, so I'm driving there down Greater Mack Avenue, and that's a.
Was
just
this your current wife
Yeah,
now?
it's my current
or-
wife.
okay,
That's
but
why I
she was
moved
your
here. I moved here for
fiancé.
her.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm driving down Mack Avenue. Businesses, up and down the street. Really nice place, nice area, Grosse Pointe. And I pull up in front of Joseph's Bakery, this real fancy bakery. I had to go in and pick up a cake. No parking, so I double parked. There's no such thing as double parking in Michigan. I had no idea. The cop actually pulled up behind me, came in and asked me, because I had a Jersey plate on. He's like, who's the Jersey plate? I'm like, that's me. He's like, you parked in the middle of the street? That's like parking here on Woodward. I pulled up next to Lady Jane's on Woodward, and I just left my car there. And I went into Lady Jane's to get a haircut. That's what I did at the bakery. The guy laughed.
Yeah.
He laughed. He's like, we don't do that here in Michigan. So you're in the street, actually. So that was my little side note.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Lesson
So
learned.
welcome to
We've only done
Detroit.
it 3 times since then.
Welcome to Michigan. That's right. I didn't get caught.
That's
All right, guys. Let's get to our daily dose of Dan Orlovsky. This time saying that the Lions finally got it right. You think he's happy with this pick? I don't know. Let's take a look.
Lions, you did the smart thing. You win with bigs. Build with bigs. BWB, build with bigs. Don't fall in love with the sexy. I think the Lions now, because Penei Sewell, will have a top 5 offensive line in the NFL. And I think they'll have a top 5 offensive line in the NFL for the better part of a decade because of this selection. The Lions, this is one of the first times in a long time that I feel like they are doing the right thing. Now they got a chance to build an organization.
Dano. Book him, Dano.
Yes.
Book him, Dano. I love it.
Yes.
That's what we got. I want.
He did that after
We got to do
the
a high
first.
5-0 book at Dano at the end of that
We do.
segment.
He did that for the first 8 picks, and then he did it again for the Patriots, which we'll tackle here in a minute.
I would say, well, we have that one too if you want
We
to play
do. This
that
was
one.
the Patriots, of course. Everything falls their way because that's just the way it goes. So Mac Jones lands in Bill Belichick's lap at 15, and Dan Orlovsky had this on Mac
Maz
Jones.
ain't bitter though.
Mac Jones to New England, it's the best pick of this draft. It's the best pick of this draft. Awesome offensive line. Obviously, a ton of weapons that they've added. 2 really good tight ends, pieces on the outside, dominant run game, and you get to go to Bill Belichick. That's the best pick of the draft so far. This is the best thing. Outside of San Francisco taking you, this is the best thing that could have happened to Mac Jones.
All that, Bill Belichick said they are still planning to use Cam as their starter.
Of course.
But I feel like that's also like the Belichick way, right?
Of course.
There's no competition. He's our
And
starter.
remember,
Don't
he
give us
said it
any
like,
drama.
He said it like that. Okay, I'm going to do this.
Right. Yeah.
They showed you last night. They synced up Mac Jones' walk from the green room and Bill Belichick's walk onto the field where he just, when people have their hands out to slap him, you ever see that one?
Yeah.
He just walks right by him. And they timed it. It was really cool. I probably should have pulled it, but I didn't.
Yeah,
My bad.
How can you?
Well,
why
but Mac
would you
Jones-
even tell everybody about it?
Well,
and
you
not-
go on
and not
ESPN
have
or
it?
go on Twitter and
Yeah,
watch the
go check it out.
Belichick and Mac Jones walk
Yeah.
up. It's pretty cool.
Mac Jones said that this is where he really wanted.
It didn't
to
look
land.
like it.
I know.
He looked like he was ready to cry.
I know. I felt the same way for Justin Fields too.
He was home at least.
Well, I know, but still, I felt so bad.
He went
for
at
them.
11. Why should he even
I know,
bitch?
but I just thought he felt like he was going to go early, and I'm sure he was thinking, I wonder if, disclosing his medical conditions of having epilepsy.
Well, they have to.
No, I know, but was what hurt him. I mean, of course he has to disclose it, but
I still
wonder if he
believe
kind of felt like,
the stigma of Ohio State quarterbacks, although our friend Ethan came on the other day and told us he's Ryan Day's first quarterback. This is not Uncle Urban's quarterbacks. It's not Tim Tebow. It's not, the rest of these guys that played under him. The former Redskin, Haskins, all of that. Those were all Uncle Urban's guys. So this is a new regime because I'll tell you, one Ohio State quarterback, has played numerous years in the NFL and did something, and it's Mike Tomczak back in the early 80s. And he really was just an average quarterback. So Ohio State does not have the success at quarterback that they do at all the other positions. And I will say at all the other positions.
But I do feel that regarding Mac Jones going to New England, I think it was a win-win for both of them. I mean, you can't even.
I mean, the kid's got to be happy. I mean, he's got to
How
play.
could you not?
He's got. Here's Max walk.
Yeah.
He looks
That
like
is the Belichick strut.
I know,
right
but
there.
they had it side by side. It was
I
great.
almost feel like he wants
Look
to
at him.
run.
Just get that hat.
Like
It's a long walk,
it's-
by the way. Did you notice?
It is.
That
And he's
green room was far
probably-
back.
He even
was
said,
prob-
Mac Jones even said in an interview that secretly that was his first choice.
That's where he wanted to go.
How can you not? Exactly
Yeah.
what Orlovsky said. And again, it's a lot of times, you mentioned Justin Fields too, Chicago, it's the fit. As we talked to Mike O'Hare, what is the right fit? Trey Lance going that high to San Fran is the right fit, in my opinion. It's also too is that why is Denver? We talked about Aaron Rodgers. Why is he a destination piece? Well, they didn't draft a quarterback, and they need a veteran quarterback because obviously Drew Lock isn't the answer.
I'm telling you, Justin Fields, man, is going to have the weight of the world on his shoulders. Like Mo said, like O'Hara said, he's going to Chicago following in Trubisky. These guys drafted up. They moved up to get him.
Right.
Because they had to. It's like it was a desperation move. They had to get a quarterback this draft. And I'm sure they were hoping Trey Lance would fall back down to him. Mac Jones was there, but I'm just going to say this. Mac Jones kind of looks like Mitch Trubisky, kind of, if you get what I mean. So they didn't want to go that route. I think they wanted to go more of a running quarterback. That's my opinion. Versatility, yes. And by the way, Mac Jones, what number does he wear in college? 10. What number did Tom Brady wear in college?
TBJR.
10.
TBJR.
Yeah.
TBJR.
Oh my gosh.
And there's the dad bods. There they are.
Oh
There
my
it is.
gosh, this is.
That's my quarterback.
That's what Tom Brady.
The guy on the right has
God.
the most Super Bowls.
Yeah, let's look at that again.
Oh my gosh.
That's Mac
Kinda
Jones
looks
and
like
Tom Brady.
Jordan Spieth a little bit, Mac Jones.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So they call that the dad bod, and that's what Bill Belichick drafts. That's what he likes.
That is so
Drafts
funny.
the dad bod.
That's what he's into.
That's the key.
So, would you say, Eazy?
That's what he's into.
That's what he's into. We're going to take a quick break, but right now that we're discussing the walks and everything like that, Eazy, I want to see if you can pull up that clip that you shared with all of us this morning in the group text.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I gotta find
of Zach Wilson. Buddy, this is your quarterback
That's right.
of the future.
I'm gonna defend
This is
him.
But I have to say, we're
him
going
up.
to talk about it more. So you find it easy. But I have got to
You
say,
put
there
that
was
little
like,
boy up. Go ahead.
there was even in his interview, he's like, yeah, he's
Golly
just
gee.
so excited. Yeah, like
He's like Opie.
That's
golly
Fish's
gee,
older
like,
brother,
it
bro.
was-
I'm telling
oh my
you.
gosh, it was so amazing. Like just watching. He's
Can we
just
do
like,
a split cam between him and Fish in the fishbowl?
No.
All right,
I mean,
we'll figure it
no,
out.
like Fish is more cool, calm, and collected. I mean, poor Zachy boy last night, he was just like, put me in, coach, put me in. And I kept thinking like, oh, buddy, you don't even know what's coming your way. All that enthusiasm, you're just going to get pummeled. All right, guys, when we come back, we are going to be playing our world famous Get Home with Hull Financial. This is Derby edition. So start getting your fingers ready and start dialing our numbers. 313-552-6322. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bill here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bill.
Hey friends, Sun RV Resorts has over 160 RV and camping resorts in the U.S. and Canada. Guests can enjoy water parks, lazy rivers, miniature golf, restaurants, bars, and even Wi-Fi if they feel like staying connected, with locations from the Florida Keys to Myrtle Beach to San Diego Bay and Petoskey, Michigan. Guests can enjoy the outdoors at Sun RV Resorts. All right, everybody, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Start giving us a call, 313-552-6322, for your chance to win a $100 gift card to either your choice of Detroit Wing Company or Lashish, all thanks to our friends over at Hall Financial. All you got to do is answer 4 trivia questions correctly. It's Derby edition. I feel like maybe that might have scared people a little bit. Don't be scared.
We always help you. You know that.
Yeah, Tom Mazawey has been feeling very generous lately, and it's Friday. It's his favorite day of the week.
It is.
So
take that into consideration, because if you're ever going to get him to be very generous, Santa Maz, it'll be today.
It'll be today. So give us a call, 313-552-6322. All right, Eazy, were you able to pull up that clip? I know it was a really short break, but were you able to pull up that clip that you sent us all in a text message of the Jets' new quarterback? Hey guys, what's going on? Here, let me get in. Yeah, what's up, guys? Hey. Play it again one more time. Yeah. Oh, is this what we're doing? I'm just a good boy right here.
You see what someone wrote? Hey, where's the guys from BYU?
I firmly believe the Jets saw that, and that's why they traded up for that extra offensive lineman. They're like, oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
This guy came being a pitcher on these guys. What they're trying to take his head off.
Exactly it. Like
they went up and got Elijah Vera Tucker from USC, the guard, and this guy will play from day one. He's going to help out, but it's good. This time, you know, when they got Sam Darnold a few years back, they didn't draft any help for him. This time, the Jets, Robert Saleh and those guys, right away. Hey, kid, we got you protected. You were gang green now, kid. Gang green.
Oh, my
Here's
gosh.
the thing, Maz. You look at what the Jets and Robert Saleh and their front office, what they did is they realized what went wrong with the regime before drafting Sam Darnold, and they had addressed it immediately, right? So you have to look back and say, hey, you know what, as a Jets fan, that's, you know, you're going to do that. You look at throughout, I place it together. I mentioned it earlier, but the one thing, you know, the Jags, they went and they took ETN out of Clemson late, right? You look at the matchup to these young quarterbacks. They're getting one weapon. You know, Joe Burrow's got his Jamar Chase. Right. And you look at Waddle. He's got two.
Miami,
So these guys, so there's something to it about where they go and continuity. But again, to go to, like you say, to Cincinnati, right? But you look at where they took Jamar Chase, and they didn't take Penei Sewell. Thank goodness for us. But I mean, Michael Harris said you got 10 games. The guy gets sacked 32 times, and Joe Burrow breaks his leg in the last one, and you go out to get him a weapon. It doesn't seem to me that's the same old stuff by different organizations. We changed our operating procedure. The Jets seem to have addressed that. We mentioned Chicago, whether it's a Hail Mary or not, but they did what they needed to do. It's sort of interesting to sort of get the accountability, but it'll be interesting to move further into the draft today and tomorrow to see, because the pitcher will be played out a little bit more for all of us.
I could see a wide receiver to the Lions tonight and a couple of defensive guys.
I think it's more important to the best sort of available, but you understand you're going to take 2 defense and a wide receiver. So whichever order that is, it's okay with me, as we're talking here Monday, that if you had Sewell, a wide receiver, and 2 defensive guys, we're on our way.
And who knows? They might trade up and grab someone else if their guy is there.
They still have assets in draft for further years if there's somebody out there that we don't know that could be a game changer in the 3rd, 4th round.
Do you remember what the Colts did to the Jets to get Darnold? They moved up. They only gave – the Jets only moved up like 2 spots to get Darnold, and the Colts held them to 3 number 2 draft picks to move up like 2 spots to get to get him. I mean, the Jets are paying. They might even been 4. They paid out their rear end to get Sam Darnold, and then they let him go. And by the way, the Panthers, they didn't take a quarterback, and today they signed up for his 5th year. So Darnold's getting paid now. He'll be, I think, almost up to $20 million for his 5th year option.
Wow.
21, I think.
Sam Darnold making $20 million.
Yep.
I mean, could you imagine? That's what average quarterback in the NFL is getting paid right now. That's what's crazy to me.
Amazing.
Absolutely. And wait till they start being able to spend their Amazon money.
Yeah.
I mean, next year it's really going to get crazy. So, yeah. I'm still laughing over what you got with your quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a nice
It's
young
cute.
man. He's a nice young man. He really looked like he belonged, like he was going to the senior prom, honestly.
He did.
Last night, then the draft. He's
just so cute.
He's
You
a
know who
cutie.
he actually reminds me of? I mean, he's like, no, I'm cool. I got this.
Is that Mikey TikTok?
Yes.
Mikey TikTok.
He's Mikey
That could
TikTok's
be Mikey
age.
TikTok.
He reminds
Yeah,
me.
he is, right?
Yeah.
He reminds me of Tim Tebow. Remember the times that like Tim Tebow was like mic'd and he gets sacked really hard, and he'd be like,
Gosh,
"Hey
Darren.
man,
Gosh, Darley.
great hit, man,
Yeah.
great play." Like, I've always been a big fan of yours. And you're like, what are you saying, Tim Tebow?
And we talked about Tebow yesterday. Maybe making a comeback in Jacksonville as a tight end. So
Or
Wouldn't that be
even too
crazy?
more so is his culture for
Yeah.
a coach. Maybe he goes into the front,
Or
give
Chaplin,
him,
like I
I
said.
could see it, give him
Or
a
Chaplin.
shot, right? And then when he realizes that whatever, that's not going to be the case. But he's got something with Urban Meyer, and it could be something to develop the
Right.
culture, like you said, the minister, whatever.
Hey, we were talking earlier about Aaron Rodgers, and we brought him up, and do you think he's going to go anywhere, and blah, blah, blah. And I want to play that Dan Orlovsky cut, Easy, on Aaron Rodgers. This was yesterday, before the draft, but he was all over it. He was pissed that how he thinks Aaron Rodgers has every right to ask for a trade and get the hell out of Green Bay.
I don't think I have that one, Mez.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there is a lot of more developing stories around all this. Twitter's blowing up on it. I mean, it's everywhere. Adam Schaffner said Aaron Rodgers has told some teammates he doesn't plan to return to the Packers. That was via Get Up ESPN.
Yeah, and then the Packers
So-
GM says we have no business. We're not trading him. We're not trading him. So
Right.
if they're not trading him, at least but the cap hit, and I think we might have mentioned this. If they trade him before June 1st, it costs them. Let's see, is it $38 million?
Yep.
38. Yep, $38 million against the cap if they trade him before June 1st. After, it would cost them $21 million this year and another $17 million next year. So they kind of split it up. So I would not think he's going anywhere until June 1st hits,
Right.
at least. And it could be to Denver, as you were
Well,
saying.
I was to say, there's
Pat
a lot of-
McAfee show today.
There's a lot of rumors that it's going to happen in Denver, and we actually have a clip from the Pat McAfee show from earlier today. And we also have the clip where you have the Packers saying that Aaron Rodgers isn't going anywhere. So let's play the one where the team is saying Aaron Rodgers he's our guy. He's not going anywhere.
I got just the McAfee one.
Yeah, let's play the
Okay,
McAfee
let's play
cut
that
from
one.
today.
So there we go.
That's the stage of life that I'm in right now,
Get
right?
those dude wipes, though.
That's right, dude wipes.
Yeah,
and that'll
this is
take
Mark
care of that.
Schlereth.
So, long story short, I'm mowing, I'm doing some stuff. It's beautiful in Denver. I get in and take a shower. I'm going to go do the radio in an hour, and I get a text from a very reliable source, not in Denver, outside of Denver. Somebody who has never steered me wrong, who I believe wholeheartedly exactly what this person tells me, is that this thing is heating up and it's close to a done deal in Denver. Aaron Rodgers.
Damn.
So I go on the radio and say, hey, man, I'm just getting this information. And,
you're me.
I don't know. It still could fall through, obviously, but it's close. So anyhow, it kind of dies down. Some people tamp it down here in Denver. But then, it's not a text message, it's a direct message via text from Aaron. And he goes, who's your source? What are you hearing? And I'm like, well, this is what I heard. I go, is it true? You want to come over and get some dinner? I mean, what's going on? And so he didn't pour cold water on it. He just said, I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Whoa. Here we go.
Right.
So
the bottom line, though, is through sources, and it's all over the internet. Like he's saying he's not going to play in Green Bay.
So, okay, so definitely that has come out now. Now, Schefter had that big long story yesterday. I thought it was painting an image potentially that Green Bay was doing everything in their power. That's what I feel like the message was to their fans via that article, via that information. Hey, we're trying 3 separate trips. We tried to renegotiate. And Green Bay Packers fans, though, to Green Bay Packers fans credit, they were like, yeah, what you've been trying to do for the last couple months doesn't make up for what has happened here for the last couple years. And I feel like a lot of people actually are on Aaron's side in this entire thing. They're like, yeah, he should want maybe or expect a little bit more. And that's an interesting situation because if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Broncos, I assume Broncos fans are like, we're going to win a Super Bowl. Like, that is what Aaron Rodgers is. He's a Mount Rushmore quarterback. This is massive if this happens,
Peyton Manning, Denver thing, exactly all over again. Get your quarterback and hopefully do your Super Bowl, but obviously he's in better shape than what Peyton Manning was. But the fact that, I like the fact that, and this is today's day and age, right? I'm going to text, hey, I'm Aaron Rodgers or I'm Darren McCarty. I'm going to text whoever else, direct message them and find out to have this communication.
Right.
So the fact that you're hearing it from the horse's mouth that got the text, I'll let you know when you know that all this stuff we're hearing isn't just smoke. There's fire.
There's fire.
Fire.
There is real fire.
I was texting with O'Hara last night late after I went home and I rewatched the draft because I couldn't hear a damn thing at the draft party. So I had to sit down and I had to rewatch it.
No wonder you're crabby today.
No, I'm not crabby.
I'm just kidding. Come on, Matt. It's Friday. It's your
Naz,
day.
I love you so much because you stuck up for Luke last night. You
Thank
can do
you,
whatever.
Pilar.
If you want to be crabby today, that's okay.
Thank you. You guys could call me
So
crabby.
when did you
That's
find
okay.
out?
And I said, how is he going to Denver? I mean, really, that's not a team I would think he'd go. I don't think Denver's close. They're in Kansas City's division. The NFC is loaded. Why the hell would you go to Denver if you want to win a Super Bowl? And he says, well, they got good receivers, very good receivers, and a terrific defense. And if they had the right quarterback, they can win.
Plug and place.
I don't believe that, but that's what the dean told me.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But last night in the draft, I feel that the Green Bay Packers did what they wanted, not really what Aaron Rodgers would want, right? And so that to me,
Jordan Love last year.
If I was Aaron Rodgers, and this with Aaron Rodgers, it's the thing is that I don't even know if he forgives, let alone forgets.
Right.
But all this stuff, like Pat McAfee just said about Green Bay Packers fans, to their credit, are going, this doesn't get you for, we see what you did and what you've sort of done with him and not with him around here. So, I mean, proof's in the pudding, the truth is there. So I think it's just Aaron Rodgers' way to when he was going to do this. And it's perfect timing for the draft.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see Aaron Rodgers
so
going, hey, guys, saying, like, if we're buddies and saying, if I was Aaron Rodgers and saying, hey, I'm going to do it now. Draft me? You can do it? Yeah. You're going to be fun. Okay, hold on. Let me get ready.
Well, because
okay.
I feel like maybe the conversations that he was having with upper management, he was just feeling like he was hitting his head on a wall, not being able to go anywhere.
I think his girlfriend was saying, stick up for yourself. You do it right now.
That's what girls do,
I want to get the
right?
hell out of Green Bay. I'm not staying in Green Bay. Get us to California.
Too damn cold. No, I think that between that and contract talk and everything, and I think he's been saying for a long time what he wants is weapons to throw to. And then last night, Green Bay goes and they take the cornerback from Georgia, Eric Stokes. So
which they needed.
They do need, absolutely. And last year, you could say they needed a quarterback to back up Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers got hurt. But the problem is that I think that they've completely mismanaged how they've handled the Aaron Rodgers and Love quarterback sharing spot there. And I think that they just needed to be a little bit more sensitive. And Aaron Rodgers is probably saying, listen, how did you guys handle it when I was here and Brett Favre was here? It wasn't like this. Of course it was tough, but you guys handled it a lot different.
Yeah, but it's irrelevant because Aaron Rodgers doesn't care. You're going to I'm a different guy. I'm the guy. I'm the man. So I don't care how it was handled. I know the history of how it was handled. You're not doing it to me.
Right.
That's the sort of thing. Where's the power? He's got the power now.
But as great as he...
And here's the power. Do you believe he would walk away from $38 million? That's what I'm saying. Because if it comes down to it, right, it's saying he's not going back there. Right? You would think that he'd push him into the trade. So it goes down to how serious do they think he is, if he's bluffing or he's not bluffing.
a game of chicken.
As great
I
as
don't
he
know
was
from
over the years, they won one Super Bowl. So
yeah.
they got that hanging
but
over
would
his
you
head a
say
little.
that they lost more not because of him, or just like the games that they lost, right? Were and I think the final straw, especially being an older player, being established MVP like he is, and the way it went down last year by taking the ball out of the MVP's hand and not letting him go down to TB12. No, but it's just the way. And I know that later on, like he's got his place, but the way that looks, aesthetics. You don't recover from that unless you, as an organization, coach, quarterback, come out together and say, no, we're moving back.
I still can't believe that they did that, because even if they miss on fourth down, the Bucs are inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Maz, you and I, as we're talking about, as the fans, but was it at that moment a choke? Like as a rookie coach or a young,
he choked.
Bigger than the moment. The moment was bigger than I was.
Right.
But, he could have run it in on third down as well. He choked on that play. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
He choked on that play.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he had more plays.
One more.
But he still had one more. If you're a quarterback, MVP of the league, whatever like that, I don't care who you are. He's one of the guys that I'm going to say, oh, I got one more play with him.
Absolutely.
With one great receiver and 3 or 4 no names.
Dude, the way Devontae Adams gets off the line, if you ever watch that, it's
insane.
It's insane, the separation.
Absolutely
So that's
insane.
what blows my mind even more. But again, this comes to fruition because how unhappy. And imagine if he does get traded, imagine how he's going to talk or what he'll say. He won't care. That'll be awesome.
I know. Or how he'll say it by not saying it.
Oh, that's what I love.
That's what he does.
Relax.
That's what he
Relax.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get to our Get Home with Hall Financial Derby Edition trivia. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm like a cold.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We're recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Guys, it's Maz from MyBookie. It's Derby Day tomorrow. It's NFL Draft night number 2 tonight. Who are you going to bet? Who are you going to go to? You're going to go to mybookie.ag and use the promo code Woodward. Make sure you do it tomorrow for sure, because on May 1st, some freebies that's celebrating the Derby with a host of free games, spins, and chips available throughout the day at the MyBookie Casino. Sign up now, promo code Woodward. Get your first deposit matched up to $1,000. Don't forget, use that promo code Woodward for all your free money. Remember, bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, it is time for us to play our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial Derby Edition. All right, Fish, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was
He's
great.
been practicing for a month.
I can't
50
really
years.
get that.
Yeah, but you don't bring it out till April.
No, it's on my phone.
No, I know it is.
My phone rings. That's what it is. It's the call to the post.
I can't seem to get like the cadence or the.
My wife can't either. She always messes it up. She always goes off the board.
I thought you were kidding, Pilar. You weren't kidding at all.
That's why I was so impressed by him. He said, I was like, nails to the chalkboard.
I've never heard it bilingual like that.
You know
was
this
crazy.
one. I know you know this one. Oh, never mind. There it is.
That's the draft one.
Yeah, but that was a little bit.
There it is.
All right. What a great segue.
All right.
They're
Keep that
off
alive.
in the Kentucky Derby.
Who do we have joining us today?
We have our good old friend Paul from Hackensack, New Jersey.
Paulie!
Welcome.
Thank
to
God,
the
a horse
show.
guy. Paulie, you're a horse guy, right?
Well, I heard you were calling for the Derby. I'm like, I know a lot about home runs, but I guess I got into the wrong Derby. I'll still do it, though.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. You haven't won yet, have you?
No, he can.
Nope, but got real close. Real close.
Well, hopefully.
Wasn't it Harry Heilman that screwed you last time? You were gonna go.
Old Harry.
Gosh darn. You got Mazawey.
You got Mazawey.
Yeah.
I did.
All
It's
right.
a New Jersey thing. What can I say?
You lead off, Pilar.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? You know the rules because you've played the game before. All you have to do is answer all 4 questions correctly. And you, my dear friend, will receive a $100 gift card to either your choice of Lashish or Detroit Wing Company. Are you ready?
Now, can everyone hear Paul clear? Because I hear him low. Is he
I
up?
hear him.
Okay, good.
I didn't hear him clear.
Hello?
No, you're good,
We can hear
Paulie.
you.
Here we go.
Okay. Who won last year's Kentucky Derby?
Ooh, authentic, wasn't it?
Yes,
sir.
Atta boy.
sir.
That's a tough one because they didn't run it. They didn't run it in the same way. Well, that'll be question 2.
Well, yeah.
Good job, Paulie.
Since Maz did that, right? We all know that the Triple Crown is the 3 races that are usually run Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont. Except last year, Maz said that they weren't running that order, but you got authentic. What order of races were the 3 races run last year?
Okay, so I know they mixed it up just a little bit. Okay. I remembered it like my sub order. I get capicola, I get salami, I get ham, and then I remembered they did it like that. So was it Belmont Stakes?
Yes.
The Derby, Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
And was it Preakness?
Yes, sir. Nicely
is
done.
correct.
Very good.
Coca-Cola, I like that stuff too, man.
Gabagool. Gabagool.
Gabagool.
It's called gabagool.
Gabagool?
Yes.
Gabagool.
Oh, baby. All right, Paulie. You ready, Paulie, for number 3?
For sure.
All right. Who were the last 2 Triple Crown winners?
Ooh, okay. Well, I don't know this one, but I'm going to give you my best guess. Miguel Cabrera and Ty Cobb.
You have no guess? Oh, man.
No real guess?
I'm blanking. I knew the races. I haven't been following until recently.
That's all right, man. You know what? Paulie, it was a long time. Let's see. It was 88, 98, 08, 18. It was like
3 years ago?
It was like, well, it was like 35 years it took for the Triple Crown to be broke again because every horse would finish. They couldn't finish it off. The Belmont would always elude them. But American Pharoah was the first horse since Affirmed did it. And this was what it sounded like and looked like. The great
On the
American
outside,
Pharoah.
around the far turn, and American Pharoah continues to lead the way. He's on top by 3/4 of the length. Mubtahij is off the rail, and now he's a length behind in second. And American Pharoah kicks away. American Pharoah has opened up a 2-length lead as they come to the top of the stretch. And Frosted has moved up into second, and they're into the stretch. And American Pharoah makes his run for glory as they come into the final furlong. Frosted is second with 1/8 of a mile to go. American Pharoah's got a 2-length lead. Frosted is all out at the 16th pole. And here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown.
Listen to Larry Coleman.
I'll tell you this.
37 years, not
That's
35.
one of the greatest horses that I've seen in my lifetime.
He was amazing.
Just because, Maz, like you said, there's been so many great horses that have won 2 out of the 3. But the fact that the way that this horse did it in all different lengths, but to win the Belmont, the last one, when it's skeptical of all these horses to finish it off.
37 years is a long time to wait. And then just a couple of years after that one was this horse. Check this one out, Paulie, since you're on the phone.
9 seconds. Justify is the leader, but it's just a half-length advantage here. Vino Rosso comes under a ride. Mike Smith has not asked Justify to go just yet. Justify a length lead here as they come to the top of the stretch. Vino Rosso is second. Huffberg comes on the scene, and Gronkowski has cut the corner, and they're into the stretch. And Justify comes roaring home to a raucous Belmont Park with 1 furlong to run. Gronkowski and Huffberg trying to run him down. Vino Rosso is fourth, a 16th to go. Justify is still there. Justify from Gronkowski. He's just perfect, and now he's just immortal. follows the 13th Triple Crown winner. Gronkowski was second.
Dude, I got chills on that call, bro.
I can't help it, man.
That's a great call.
Larry Collmus, I mean, he's the best in the business. Horse racing, man, it's phenomenal, folks. Get back on the horse racing train. What a great sport it was. Paulie, are you still on the phone?
I'm here.
Hey, Paulie, are you eating your gabagool? Are you eating your gabagool right now?
That's
all right.
A little bit. That's how I was remembering.
Thanks for trying, brother.
Yeah.
Please call
Yeah,
back.
take care, all of you. Enjoy the Derby tonight. Tomorrow night. Give you a good weekend.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great
Paulie is so
weekend.
great. I swear, every time he calls, my cheekbones hurt from how hard I smile and laugh. You know, I do want to point out on social media, Darren said, technically, Paulie was correct. We didn't word the question properly. I don't know how we didn't word the question.
Miggy did win a Triple Crown.
No. And Ty Cobb, but they were they the last 2 Triple Crown winners?
But we did say it was Derby edition.
Good point
right?
there. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify
Okay.
that, Darren.
We'll
I didn't want people to think we're pulling fast, but we did clarify that it was
Yeah, that's Maz pulling a fast one.
Derby.
We'll call Paulie. We'll give Paulie walnuts the next time
You
he
know
calls.
he's gonna call again next week. God, we love him.
We'll give him a break next
He's
time. I'll give
great.
him
Paulie
some
only
hints.
gets 3 questions next time.
All right. Done. So the Derby is tomorrow, folks. Tune it in. And I'm giving you my winner. It's going to be known agenda. Essential Quality will be second. Medina Spirit, Bob Baffert's horse, will be third. Midnight Bourbon with Mike Smith will be fourth. That's your superfecta. But here's one for you, Mac. King Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's horse.
Named after Tyson Fury. It's not his horse.
His Bach,
but it's named after him. And the heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King himself, will be at Churchill Downs rooting him on.
I love it. Hey, Eazy, do you have those odds? Do you have the odds board you can put up again?
For the Derby?
The Derby?
Yeah. I think he's about 20-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. There you go. So,
So-
Maz, go through it. You took the which horses?
I've got the one.
You
No
got the
agenda.
one? Yep.
He's going to go off higher than 6-1 because he's on the rail. I love Arad Ortiz, the jockey, and, of course, Todd Pletcher, great trainer. Essential Qualities, the favorite. Brad Cox, right now the best trainer in the business. The first gray horse to be favored in 25 years, by the way. He's gorgeous. Medina Spirit, how do you take it away from Bob Baffert? I like Medina Spirit for third. And then Midnight Bourbon, with Mike Smith, my favorite jock. That's who I go for fourth.
I'm going to key the 9, Hot Rod Charlie.
Okay.
With the 187. And then
Write it down.
I got it.
Cop.
I already wrote down.
Okay, Max got 9.
I'm keying the 9 with the 178.
How about you, Pilar?
And then I'm taking, like you said, the 14, 15, 16, and and the 11 on the back end.
Oh.
So, and anybody who knows, I can explain it a different way. Maz knows what I'm talking about. But the 9 will be keyed. So if the 9 wins first, second, or third, I'll cash.
So I was thinking on there when I was first looking at it, just off of names, because that's how I pick things and colors and numbers.
I know who you're taking.
Saint Hood.
Who?
Bourbon.
Did you?
Lush.
I knew it. Midnight Bourbon is your horse. Yep.
Yes, but then when you said that it was Mike Smith was a jockey,
love him.
I love him too.
Love him.
He's done very well. So
He
I'm
rode
putting Midnight
justified
Bourbon.
to the last Triple Crown championship.
I'm going to go Midnight
What an athlete.
Bourbon.
But that's Maz, a lot of the times, too, when you look at this, is look who's riding, who's the jockey on this. And Mike Smith, who's one of the best. There's like 3 or 4 of the best jockeys on there. So when you match it up with the horse and the trainer, good things happen. I think that the big key was what Eddie O told us. Baffert's going for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you throw at least
That's why I got him in there. Medina
$2
Spirit.
Yeah.
What do you got, Fish?
Do you know what time the race starts tomorrow, Maz?
Yep, it'll go off about 6:45.
Yeah, 6:57 p.m. Eastern Time.
So it'll probably go off after 7 then. NBC likes to drag it out.
wait,
Well, it is. It says 6:57.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it wasn't
only accurate.
Hey, you know what, Fish? It's like 8:19 last night. Remember what happened at 8:19?
Yep, I
Yeah,
set-
good call.
I
He
set
lost
the over.
that.
I
What
set the
happened?
over.
Wait, what happened?
No, you did not.
Yeah, I
Fish,
did.
Fish, will you please remind Maz?
I heard that he said under 8:19.
Hey,
Yes.
Did
I
he
said-
say easy under 2? Did he
He
have the
said
easy in the 2?
in his cockiest way, like it was like Oh, big easiest bet of the day. Is Maz under 8.90? What time did it go off, Fish? Because you were sitting beside me.
What, 8:22?
8:22, 8:23. It doesn't matter. Maz was wrong.
I didn't know Kings of Leon were going to do a freaking encore.
Well, it was a lot closer than it could have been.
Thanks for
Hey, I pulled that number out of my ass. 8:19. That was just. I didn't look at. I didn't
Listen,
look at
I
anything.
said 8.19.
No,
you
you
said
didn't.
easy under. Oh my gosh.
You didn't say 8:19. I said
Fish. Did I not say 8.19? Maz said, "Oh, that's a good one," but I'm going under. I'm gonna need a replay from yesterday. Anybody here in the comments, please remind this guy, please, that what he said that he was wrong.
Whatever.
Hey, Maz, what did you call the Patriots yesterday?
I'm not saying that word again.
You want me to say it?
No, I do not. I heard you this morning.
Hey, wait. If you're acting like Kevin,
I just wanted them to
Kevin-
know because Stick, Joey, and Corey were all over the place,
Fish.
so they didn't hear Maz's awesomeness from last night.
Fish, if you do it in
You were
your
very
if you do
upset
it in your
over this,
acting
yes.
like in your Kevin Durant role, the saying if I'm going to do it as Kevin Durant or do whatever like that, then you can do Maz as Kevin Durant. Technically you're acting, so you could say it. It's my opinion.
All right, this is NSFW. NSFW.
You want me to do it?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, it starts off the Lions. He did not want Penei Sewell, so he wanted them to trade the fucking pick. So that's first off, which they did not do. And then Stingray Steve was going at Maz because Steve's a Patriots fan. And, Maz, of course, we all know he hates the Patriots, so he was calling a bunch of names, cocksuckers. What?
Yeah.
What? I already forgot some of the other names.
That's good.
He was really, and he did that. He did a lot of that. He did a lot of that. He did a lot of hands in his face.
Yes.
Don't forget MFer.
Oh, okay. He also called them motherfuckers, too.
Oh my God.
See, Pilar,
I'm
what you
sorry,
missed out
Mr. and
on?
Mrs. Fisher. I am sorry. I am sorry for what I have done to your
At
son.
least they know who the bad influence on this program is, Tom Mazawey.
No, it was a fun night.
But he will get you $10 back.
That's right.
fun, Fish.
But
Thank
he
you.
does stick up for principle. All right, guys, we are going to get to our pit boss now because we are up against the clock here on the show.
Oh, you know what? We're trying to go back to back because we got Kozlowski last week. So you'll love the name of this. The Bushy McBush 400 from Kansas. Hit it, Easy.
Second base. Burster layup.
Well, I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
You and me both, Ricky Bobby. Absolutely. Speaking of horses, Maz is stuck on the Kentucky Derby. We're going horsepower on Sunday, Kentucky Derby Saturday. Look, you got draft, Kentucky Derby, Kansas. The Bushy 400. It's awesome. What we're going with this, it's a 1.5 mile track super speedway, a little bit of a shorter race. But we got some odds on this pick. Now we're going to take the $10 pick, I believe, is Kevin Harvick, who has been, can we put the odds up there, Easy, please? There we go. $10 Kevin Harvick. This is a track that he's won 3 times in, but also to a track that at plus 1,000, we're going to put the big 10 on him. The $5 bets, look, we're going to go for odds this week. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Matt DiBenedetto, and Michigan's own Eric, that Jones boy Jones. Look at those odds. There's good money. Throw a $5 on there. You never know. It should be a good race, one of the quicker races of the year. But there's usually some good crashes if you like that. But tune into the NASCAR Bushy McBush race 400, sponsored by Busch Light, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there you have it. All right, so let's play a little bit of Me Gusta o No Me Gusta. We can't let you guys go through the entire weekend without having a little bit of Me Gusta o No Me Gusta. You guys know the rules. If you like the statement that I'm going to say, you hit us up and say Me Gusta on our social media at Woodward Sports. If you don't really care for the statement, you say No Me Gusta. All right, guys, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
After that steal that New England had last night in their draft, the Patriots should still start Cam. Me gusta o no me gusta? D-Mac, you go first.
Me gusta. I mean, this is just rinse and repeat for Bill Belichick. And what if Cam Newton's his Drew Bledsoe, who's going to start in there, give Mac Jones a chance to get the system down and Bill Belichick to really realize how much of what he used with Tom Brady he can use with Mac Jones. You know, they're not entirely the same person, but I think it's important that he needs to be protected. But where else would you want to go? And the big thing for this is when anybody says, it's like for me, I would have loved to be drafted anywhere, but being drafted by the Detroit Red Wings hometown is my first choice, and that was it, and it worked out for me. So for him to hear that secretly was his favorite choice to be able to go to Belichick, I think cerebral meets cerebral again. And like I said last night, now Tom Mazawey has two guys to hate in Tom Brady and Mac Jones.
All right. Tom Mazawey, ¿te gusta o no te gusta?
Before I answer that, my buddy Mike Allway texted me and he said, just put $20 on a Yankee sweep. Me gusta. They're playing the Tigers, of course.
Oh, we all me gusta.
That's off to Mike, one of the best pharmacists you'll ever come across, by the way. So ask for Mike Allway at your latest pharmacy. No, he works for a hospital, but that's okay. Nonetheless, I say no me gusta. I say no me gusta. I say Cam can't teach this kid anything. He's not the same quarterback. Cam has no arm anymore. We all know he's just going to run for his life, and all he does is look to try to run for first downs or try to sneak in. He's a great goal line quarterback. Matter of fact, I'd keep Cam Newton on my team just to run a quarterback sneak at a goal line or if I need a 1-yard run. Besides that, the hell with this. Just put Mac Jones out there, and he's got the best coach in the biz teaching him. That's my pick. I say no me gusta on Cam. See you later, kid.
All right, Eazy. ¿Te gusta o no te gusta?
No te gusta. You start the former MVP all day, Cam Newton. The Patriots went 7-9 last year.
That's me gusta.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, me gusta. The Patriots went 7-9 last year. Cam Newton, one of those losses, he had COVID.
Where's your face?
And they rolled. I can't. The camera's unplugged.
And he did not bounce back after COVID. I feel like COVID really did have a long-term effect on him. So,
and the Patriots were missing the most starters out of all the NFL teams due to COVID.
I learned a lot about the Patriots last night. A lot. That they have the two best tight ends, that they have a great defense, that they had a bunch of players out last year, and they are ready to dominate again and win many Super Bowls. Believe me, I heard everything.
All right,
but you're just
Fish.
repeating what Steve said.
Yeah, between Stingray, Steve, and Chad, I've been pummeled.
Yeah, to make matters worse, Steve actually went on the air before the Patriots pick. So that probably made Maz feel worse.
He went on our draft. He went on our draft party.
He went on the draft party.
Yeah, but we don't want to bring that up, right? We don't want to bring up what makes Mad Maz.
¿Te gusta o no te gusta?
I'm going me gusta. I think Cam Newton will start, and then maybe week 2, 3, 4 he'll get benched. Mac Jones will start and probably finish the season if he's good.
That's exactly what I think is going to happen. I'm gonna agree with Fish here on this one. Me gusta. Start Cam Newton. I feel like you do the Patriots way. You want to sit your quarterbacks, and then they have the success, right, when it's time for them to play. But then if you look at some of the guys that you sat, and then they got their chance to shine, they shined really bright.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Like a diamond in that scheme. Matt Castle, Jacoby Brissett, like Jimmy Garoppolo. But then when they left the system, I know Jimmy Garoppolo made it to a Super Bowl, but it wasn't Jimmy Garoppolo that made it to that Super Bowl. It was Shanahan's run attack and their defense. So did he help? Of course he helped, but it's not like he's this huge quarterback after he had big success there. So I think it's a Patriot way to sit your quarterbacks, but I don't want to see him sitting all year. I don't want to see him start next year. I want to see him out there by week 5. That's what I think is going to happen. So
I got another text from another friend.
Okay.
My man Bruce Moore, who was another slappy, Patriot slappy.
Is he a pharmacist too?
No, he's not a pharmacist, but he's a hard-working man.
Yeah.
Puts all his kids through Catholic school and just a good man.
All right.
Anyway, he always sends me pictures of Tom Brady, just like everyone else, with the fingers and the rings. And now he sends me the one from last night. He just calls him, Maz, here's your Brady Jr. Here's Brady Jr.
Yeah,
TBJR.
Yeah.
Hey, would
Tom
you
Brady
die if he
2.0.
wears 12?
Oh, my gosh. Whoa. Oh. All right, guys, let's get to a quick who you like.
Number 9, tomorrow, Kentucky Derby. Hot Rod, Charlie.
Tom Mazawey, speed round. Who you like?
Daily double. Tonight, I like the Ladies' Day. Kentucky Oaks, Crazy Beautiful. Tomorrow, known agenda. So do the Derby and whatever they call today, the Oaks Daily
All right.
Double.
Speed round. All right.
I'm muted.
Is your mic unplugged?
I was
too?
muted.
Okay.
Yeah, Dre Perzinga, whatever the hell his name is, from MMA, he's fighting this Saturday.
All right. Fish, we got 7 seconds. Who we like?
For you, I'm going West Coast over Fremantle, Sunday afternoon football. And then F your Cowboys. I'm going Warriors over Cowboys on Sunday.
Whoa.
Why don't they get their own nicknames?
All right,
Stop
guys.
stealing our nicknames.
How do you know that we didn't steal from them?
We didn't. We were first.
All right.
All right, guys,
Okay.
there you have it. That will
Allegedly.
do it for us. But big thanks to everybody who joined in on all of our social media banter at Woodward Sports. Keep the comments coming. You know we love them. Thanks so much to everybody who called in. Pete, Kevin, Justin, Polly. We love you guys. Big thanks to Mike O'Hara for joining us once again. For Fish,
What's that
for
called
Luke,
again? Gabagoosh?
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
For Eazy, for Tom Mazawey, and D-Mac.
Deuces.
I'm Pilar Lastra. You guys enjoy your weekend.
The pick for the Lions.
The Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell, tackle, Oregon.
So they were celebrating the man who is now going to have the blind side of Jared Goff. A duck is going to protect the blind side of a bear for the Lions.
Brad Holmes makes his first pick as general manager of the Detroit Lions.